Hi, I'm Emily and welcome to the gorgeous park that I'm in today. Now, don't forget, if you like this video, give it the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. So, we're going to focus on toning up those gorgeous legs of yours, working on the inner and the outer thigh. Get ready, let's get moving and let's start some nice and easy exercises you can do anytime, anywhere, okay? But you do need to have a little support. I've got my bar, you grab your chair, you can have your hand on a wall to support anywhere you like, so long as you're standing nice and safe. Start off parallel feet, hip distance apart, and just take at least a foot back from the support that you're using. I'm going to let my arms just shake down to release first of all. With my in-breath, I'm going to peel myself up, pulling that tummy in, tailbone underneath, and just relax those hands over my bar. Now remember, you can relax over your chair or you can have your hands just gently placed against a wall. We're going to take some gentle rises, pulling up through that whole leg and engaging all the muscles around those kneecaps to strengthen and in those bottom cheeks as well. Here we go, breath in. And push that floor away gently and just raise up onto those toes, pulling the arches over the big toe, keeping that alignment. Don't allow the feet to sickle where the ankle reaches over to one side. That's going to weaken your ankles, not strengthen your ankles. When you've done 4, take a breath in through the nose and out breath just to soften those knees. And let's go again. Keep that tummy pulled in. Keep that tailbone tucked under, shoulder blades roll down and back and length through that head. We breath in and breath out to push the floor away. Think of rising the crown of the head to the ceiling or the sky if you're outside in a park with me. Keep it going for 4, really spreading out those toes before you come down and release again, softening those knees. Take a step together with those feet and let's try again. Now remember, we're pulling up in those kneecaps. Keep that tailbone tucked under, tummy in, breath in, and use the whole foot to just push that floor away. Pulling up in those kneecaps, squeezing those bottom cheeks, keeping those thighs really working hard, and do that for 4. The action is on the out breath. Last one, here we go. Feel the lift with that breath and release the heels and a little bit of a shake and a wiggle with those hips. We do that once more, just like we did with the feet apart. We breath in, tummy in, tailbone under, out breath, we push the floor away. Keep the weight over the balls of the feet. Keep it moving, keep breathing and energizing that body. One more, we pull up. Feel the lift and release the heels and just gently give those legs a little bit of a shake and a wiggle again. Okay, from here we're going to see if we can take a pull up and flex those feet, tucking that tummy in and tailbone underneath, really lengthening and strengthening. Here we go, 4 times. It goes out breath and 2 and 3 and 4. Hold it there. Try to tap 1 foot at a time, down and up. Really pulling up in those kneecaps. Don't let that tailbone stick out. Keep it tucked underneath you to keep that leg really pulling up and working those thighs hard. And release. Okay, a little bit of a shake and a wiggle again. Here we go, one more time. We're going to pull up with that flex. Breath in to prepare, tummy in. Breath out, we flex and pull up. And 2. Keep that tucked underneath you. Don't let it poke out. And keep it going. Once more, hold it there. We take a flap of those feet up and down. So you really feel each leg working hard. And then ready to take both feet down into that position. Take a little moment just to reach the arch, 1 at a time, 1 foot at a time, over the ball of the foot, and then we're going to march it through. Keep that going, just for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Excellent. Now just see if you can push up onto one leg and use this leg as your support to push the floor away. Imagine you actually are going to take flight and lift off the floor with that supporting leg rather. This is the working leg. Now let's extend that. I'm going to really pull up and I'm going to tap that foot into the ankle as I balance on that demi point, and then I'm going to pop it down. I'm going to go for 4 and 3, really pull up and keep that balance. Now you've got your support to help you, and drop it down, and we're going to wiggle through. Here we go, we're going to do that all on the other side. So get the length in that leg, really pulling up, prepare the leg to take the weight. First time we keep that supporting leg, keeping the tip of the toe on the floor. Here we go, we keep the other leg in demi, ready? Here we go, we lift with the out breath. And 2, we feel like we're about to lift off, but we don't quite lift off. Keep the hips nice and level for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and give it a little bit of a break, and then we're going to take that leg and tap the ankle. That's the supporting leg, is going to tap the inside of the ankle of the working leg. So same leg that you were just working, here we go, breath in and out to tap. And you're working that calf. You can really feel that calf muscle starting to engage. Pull up in that kneecap, pull that tummy in. Just one more, up it goes. And plant it down and wiggle through. Okay, well done. Okay, so now we're just going to see if we can step into parallel, distance apart, and step the feet together. Keep that going. We're going to go out, keep pulling up, working those feet and those legs. Keep them moving. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and we lead with the other foot. It goes out, out, in, out. Keep pulling up for 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and okay, we're going to take that up onto the toes. It's going to go up, up, down, up, up, flat feet, slightly soft knees, but not too low, up, up, down, down. We lead with the other foot. Here we go. It goes out first on the out breath, and 2, and 3, and again 4, and close. Now we're going to go deeper in that plie when we come down this time, so we squeeze those glutes a little bit like a squat. Don't lean forward. If you're at a wall, you won't be able to because you'll bump your nose, so you're not allowed to do that. We start off with that in breath to take us into that little plie, to reach right up onto those toes, working those glutes and the whole leg to keep us strong. Here we go. Out, out, down, up, up, and a little bit deeper, up, up, a little bit deeper, up, up, and stop. Straight from here, we go with the other leg. Here we go, breath in and go. Out, breath, tummy's in, tailbones underneath you, pull up tall and stop here. Well done. Okay, so we're going to work from here by turning out with those feet. So we're going to soften those knees, squeezing it open and working those outer thighs by pulling up with the toes and opening wide. We're going to do that 4 times. Breath in, we close and we drop. Keep the tummy in. Don't lean forward. Keep that nice straight spine and pull up as you squeeze the backs of the knees to try and tap with each other if they can, and close. We're going to do 4. We go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We're going to hold it there. We're going to get that lovely diamond shape between those legs and just soften those knees, but at the same time keep pulling that tummy in, tucking that tailbone underneath you, and really now feeling those inner thighs really working quite hard. We're going to go another 4. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. We're going to hold it here. Holding it is working those inner and outer thighs. Don't let the thighs cave in. I want that diamond. Here we go. We're going to do the next one to close those thighs tight together and really squeeze those inner thighs together and feel the pull up through the whole leg, tucking the tailbone forward, feeling a little bit of stretch in the hip flexor, and then we're going to loosen with the out breath as we open up those thighs again. Breath in at the bottom, breath out on the action, breath in at the top, breath out to open. Keep that tailbone underneath you. The open works the outer thigh, the close works the inner thigh. Breath in at the bottom, breath out to squeeze, breath in at the top, breath out to open. Let's do that. Here we go. We're going to emphasize on the inner thigh first, so we're only going to use the out breath for the close and in breath, close and in breath, close and in breath, close and in breath. Now I'm working my way and sliding away from my bar. If you're finding that, take a little step forward again. Okay, here we go. From here, we're going to close those legs and we're going to see if we can pull up in that straight line. Breath in, we're going to reverse it and work those outer thighs. Breath in to stand tall. Breath out to squeeze and open in plie and pull up tall. Out breath to open and pull up tall. Out breath to open and pull up tall. Out breath to open and pull up. Now from here we're going to change it. We're going to rise in that turnout. Pull up on those kneecaps, really feeling the length through the whole body, and we're going to do that 4 times. We drop the heels for the in breath to go, out breath. 2, 3, 4, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Okay, keep that tailbone tucked under. You can feel this whole leg working. I'm going to try to stay nice and straight and just drop one heel down. My center of gravity is through the center of my body. I'm not rocking from side to side. We're staying straight. We lift up, 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 pull up. Get that suspension where you feel both knees really pulling up to full stretch before you drop the other side. 1 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got to go to 8, 7, and 8. Lower both heels. Right, okay. So nice little one all the way through. We're going to pull up through that tummy. Breath in and out to release those knees. We're going to do a plie, pull up, rise up, plie in that rise, then lower the heels. Pull up, rise onto the toes, plie on the toes, lower the heels, and squeeze everything together. Let's do it a little bit faster. It's a rise, a plie, lower the heels and pull up again, rise, plie, keep nice and tall, keep it going, rise, plie, heels, pull up, rise, plie, heels, pull up. We're going to reverse it. We're going to go plie, rise in plie, pull up, and keep tall and lower, really squeezing the outer thighs tight together, squeezing those bottom cheeks, keep that turn out, knees over the toes. Let's go again. Plie and rise in plie, pull up and close. Plie, rise in plie, pull up and close. Down, plie, pull up and close. Down, release the heels, pull up. Now we're going to do it once more each way, but double time to really get you working. If you need to have a little bit of a shake, give the legs a little bit of a shake in open, give them a little bit in parallel, give them a little bit of a shake across. Excellent. So let's try that all again. Let me see you standing, heels kissing, knees pulling in the same, pulling up nice and tall and focusing in the same direction as the toes. Pull the tummy in, tailbones under, breath in, we go. Rise, plie, heels, pull up. Now double time, here we go. Slow to begin with, I'm going to speed you up. It's slow for 4, fast for 4. Rise, plie, heels, pull up. Rise, plie, heels, pull up. That's 3, plie, down, pull up, rise, plie, double timer, rise, plie, down, up, rise, plie, down, up, rise, plie, down, up, rise, plie, down. I hope you got that. Let's go the other way immediately. Slow to begin with, pull up to plie, and heels off, and pull up, and lower. Plie, heels off, pull up, and lower. Twice more like that. Plie, and up, and lower. Plie, and rise, and up. Double time it goes. Down, off, up, down, off, up, down, off, up, down, off, up, down. Release, bring the legs together and give yourself a little bit of a shake and a wiggle. Okay, so we're going to turn our bar to the side so that we can focus on the outer thigh of the working leg and turn it around to the other side. Let's go. Okay, so here we are at the side of our bar, making sure you're not standing too close, roughly a foot away, so that the hand can sit nice and gently, soft elbow, no tension in that hand gripping, keep it soft, and tell yourself to really pull up in that tummy and tuck that tailbone under. We've got our feet parallel together, so we're going to work in parallel line to begin with, to keep working the whole of that leg, and the tummy, and the glutes, to keep everything nice and strong. So we're going to breath in to prepare, hand on the hip to keep the hips nice and square. We're going to reach that leg into a parallel tendu, that stretch along the floor to the tip of the toe 4 times. It's a 1 and a 2, just touching the floor with the tip of the toe. Excellent. It's going to go to the side. Keep pulling up, keep strong so that the weight is nice and even over this supporting leg. And then we do 2s to the front, 2 to the front, 2 to the side. Keep that parallel line, knees facing forwards, single and 2 and 3 and 4. Excellent. Now we're going to really pull up and we're going to try and take that leg in parallel line backwards. So you have to really pull up, you flex the foot to be able to get it through. Knee keeps facing the front. I want the pull up in that glute and through the back of that leg. Keep pulling up, reach out of that waist. 1 and close. 2, you won't get it very high because we're not turning out, and hold the 4th one to pulse for 8. Keep it going for 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and close and release. A little bit of a wiggle. Okay, from there we're going to work with our turn out. So we're going to turn out and feel the pull up in that inside of the thigh and the outside by squeezing and rotating from the very top of the leg. Keep that tummy in and tailbone underneath you. Hand on the hip again if it helps to keep those hips lined. We do tendus to the front again. 4 to the front and 2 pull up 3 and 4, we go to the side, and 2 and 3 and 4, we take it 2 to the front, excellent, 2 to the side, and again for single, and 2 and 3, we take it to the back, we go back, 2, keep pulling up, don't move the weight, then it goes to the side, and 2 and 3, keep that tummy in, 2 to the back, and 2 to the side, singles, it's back, and side, and back, and side, and give it a little bit of a break there, okay? So we're going to see now if we can take it just off the floor. It's going to take 1, lengthen and push that leg into that long stretch line in front of you. Now to the side, keep that hip down. 2, feel that muscle in that thigh working hard. It doesn't have to go high, it goes 2 to the front, and pull up 2 to the side. Keep it going, and single, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. We take it to the back, 2 to the back. Keep that hip down, but keep the pull up in that tummy. There's a little bit of a tilt there, but not much. 4 to the side, and 3, and 4. We do 2, 2 to the back, and 2 to the side, singles, 1 and 1 and 1. Keep that hip underneath you and pull up and bring it back into parallel line again. Give it a little bit of a wiggle, okay? So we're going to take that stretch out to the side, really working this outer thigh. Keep the weight over the supporting leg. Hand is just helping you to balance. Take the weight as you just take the tip of the toe to the floor, and we're just going to lift up, and 2. It's only a tiny weight to really feel this working hard. For 6 and 7 and 8, we flex it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. For 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, we soften the knee, and we go again. It's harder with the soft knee. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Flex it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and scoop it up and soften the knees and give yourself a little bit of a wiggle, okay? So we're going to see if we can take the turnout again to work that inner thigh to the front. Same thing, point that leg away, keep the turnout, so we work all the way in the front of that inner thigh. It's lift, and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. We flex it 1 and 2 and 3. Keep pulling up. For 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. We take a soft knee, keep that knee in turnout over the toe. That's going to be working just as hard as this one. Here we go. Keep the pull up, lift it off, only a little way. Feel that inner thigh really working hard. For 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Flex it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Pull up. Close it, you've got it. We have to do it to the back as well, working the back of that outer thigh. Here we go, point tendu, get that pull up out of that waist, lift up nice and tall before you just reach. It doesn't have to go high, just keep pulling, keep that length in that leg. For 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, flex it 1, really pull up in that kneecap, keep it going. 4 more. For 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, soften that knee, keep that pull up in that tummy. There's a slight tilt forward. Here we go, long pointed foot. 1 and 2, really working that glute as well, which keeps us strong. For 6 and 7 and 8, we flex it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and pull up. Release and give it a little bit of a light plie in parallel and turn out. You might need a little bit of a wiggle after that with those hips. Okay, so last little thing on this side, take that natural turnout where the heels are kissing, knees over the toes, and we're just going to see if we can take a little lift with that inner thigh. Just swing it forwards. We just swing it forwards for 4 and a 3 and a 2. We take it into a slight rotation in the hip to the side to close. We swing it again, take it out, really feel that inner and outer thigh working, lifting that leg, and on the 4th one, take a little swing. It doesn't have to lift high, keep the turnout and close it. We swing it back, we open it up as if you're trying to open the thigh. 3, and the last one, don't take it high, keep it low so you can tuck that hip down and close it. to take a plie before we do it all again. Slightly different. We go to the front. We take that pull up and 2, swing it through, 3, and on the last one we're going to take it all the way round to the back and close. So we're going to do that from back to front. Lift and 2 and 3, and start low behind so you can keep that hip down, rotating the hip and bring it through. Excellent. We do 2. We do 1 and 2 and circle it round and close. 1 and 2. Keep it low and bring it up at the front and down. Let's go all the way round in 1. It's quite tough, so take a break if you need to. Breath in to prepare, breath out and take it round and close. Breath out, rotate and bring it round. Breath out, rotate and take it to close. Breath out, rotate, rotate, rotate and close, and bring yourself into parallel line. Give yourself a little bit of a shake and a kick, and we go to the other leg. Okay, so here we are on the other side of our bar, hand nice and gently resting without gripping, tummies in, tailbones under, parallel feet together, breath in to prepare, and on the out breath we're going to do 4 tendus to the front in parallel line, knees facing the front, feel the length from the hip. Here we go for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 to the side. It's out with that reach of that leg for 4. Then we go 2 to the front again, 2 to the front and 2 to the side. Singles, it's reach and reach, keep that hip down, and then we come together again. We take it to the back. Here we go. We take that pull up in that waist. We can't turn out, so we have to flex that foot to get the length in that leg and reach it away with that flex foot. Try to keep the glutes tucked underneath you and feel the length on the back of that leg 4 times. On the last one, hold it there and pulse 2. Really feel that working for 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and lift to pull it down, release those knees, and lift into flex to turn out, heels kissing, backs of the knees facing, tummy in, tailbone under. We do the tendu stretch all the way round in turn out, leading with the inner thigh. Keep that outer thigh working to squeeze and pull those bottom cheeks tight together. Hips are down, breath in, here we go. We go 4 to the front, and 2, and 3, and 4. We go to the side, 4 and 3 and 2, and then 4 to the back. Pull up out of that waist. Don't tilt forward. There's a tiny little bit of a tilt, but not much. And then 4 to the side, and 2 and 3. Keep it going. Do 2 to the front, 2 to the front, and 2 to the side, and 2 to the back, and 2. We go singles. We go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 again for 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. We take it off the floor, and 2 and 3 and 4 to the side. It doesn't have to go high. Keep it going, really working that thigh hard. A little bit more of a tilt. Keep that lift, squeeze that glute, and 4 to the side, and 2 and 3. We have to do 2s. We go 2 to the front, keep the hip down, and 2 to the back, and 2 to the side. Singles, it's 1 and 2 and 3. It doesn't have to go high, remember, just keep it moving, and 2 and 3, and pull up, lift, and release, and bring those legs back into parallel, and give yourself a little bit of a wiggle, and move those feet just a little bit before we do the next exercise. Pulling up, feet together in parallel. We're going to reach that outer leg out to its tendu parallel line, and we're going to really work that outer thigh by pulling up to lift the toe off the floor. It goes 1, it won't go high because you're not allowed to move the hip. 3 and 4, we flex the foot and really feel the stretch down the back of the leg as well, and 3 and 4. We go 2 and 2 and singles, point and flex and point and flex. We take it into a plie. We do that again. We do 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. We flex it 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. We do 2 lifts and 2 lifts. Singles, 1 and flex and point and flex and pull up and release. It's really hard work on that supporting leg as well, so give it a wiggle. Now you can either do as I did on the first side, where you do 8 straight and flex there and plie for 8 straight without stopping, or you can break it up with the 4 4s, 2s and 1s. You choose, it's all the same. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take it into turnout again and really work those inner thighs and those outer thighs all the way around. This is a bit of a toughie, so really pull up in that tummy, really tuck the tailbone under, and we're going to work that leg with that inner thigh reaching to the sky by pulling it up for 4. It's going to go up and 2 and 3, and on the 4th one you're going to take it round to the side and close. We're going to do the same to the side. We're going to reach it up for 4 and 3 and 2 and lift and rotate in that hip line to take it back. Now you can leave the foot pointed or you can close it. Either way, you're going to open that thigh, lift it up and 2 and 3 and lift low at the back to lift higher as you rotate it back to the side, and really work all the way around that whole leg for 3. And on the 4th one we bring it in and we close. Okay, we're going to do it in slightly less, just 2. So we're going to lift it to the front for 2 and take it all the way round to the back and close. Lift for 2, take it up and over and rotating it round. Then we do it in singles. It goes up and rotate back to close. Lift and rotate and bring it back to close. So again, here we go. Lift and lead with that inner thigh, take it back and close. Really pull up, rotate it back, close it there, bring the feet together, bring it into parallel line, give yourself a soft knee, a little bit of a wiggle. I hope you enjoyed that. See you again.